when you make content for other people for a living, it can kind of get repetitive. Let me explain. So I used to work a job at Planet Fitness, and at first it was fun. It's something new. It's a new experience. It was mainly because let's be real. Like, there was a lot of girls that came through there, so I would have fun flirting with the girls in there. Now, shitting where you eat is not the move, and I was young and stupid. After a while of working there, I kind of just started to get drained by it because I would do the same thing over and over and over again every single day. And I've noticed that with creating content for other people, you have to understand that the client, they just want what's going to get them results. And a lot of the times, the thing that gets them the results is kind of the similar things, where I think that's where, as a creative, we always want to try to find new ways to do things. But a lot of the times, like, the thing that's working is the simple, repetitive tasks that we have to do every day. When I was working at Planet Fitness, one thing that I noticed that happened is one of the main motivations to get the job there was so I could work out all the time. If I work at a gym, now I could work out whenever because I get a free gym membership. I could work out anytime. I could bring my friends, all that kind of stuff. At first, when I first started working there, I was working out all the time. Why? Because it's like, I'm here. I might as well work out. But then after a while, I stopped working out as much because I didn't want to be there anymore. And I think that that's kind of how us creatives that do create content for social media can get sometimes. You just get burnt out and you're just like, bro, I don't even want to look at Instagram right now. I don't even want to think about turning my camera on. And I think that that is a bad place to be as a creative. And I think when that happens, you just have to take a step back and kind of reassess why you started creating in the first place. I think as creatives, you don't want to become a robot because I feel like that's a lot of creatives have that fear. Oh, I don't want to become a robot. I don't want to just be a machine that just creates mindless, meaningless content. But I think that when you take that break for a little bit and just do nothing, I think that that can help reignite that creative spark. Start thinking about the things that you did before you got into the robotic mode, because all of those things you did before were the things that you enjoyed doing and started the whole thing. Returning back to your roots as a creative. For me, it was taking pictures of people. And it wasn't just pretty girls. Of course, taking pictures of pretty girls got the most attention. I just enjoyed capturing a person on camera and then like showing them like kind of this is what everybody else sees when they see you in your best light, especially because they get all dressed up. They want to look good on camera. And I think we're all our worst critic. So when you show them that image, they're like, oh man, I never saw myself this way. And I think that that is a cool way to shift somebody's perspective and kind of give back when you're taking photos of people. So I don't even know. And oh, by the way, I don't even know where this video is going to go or what I'm going to title it. I'm getting to the point now with content. It's like, I'm just going to create stuff and just put it out there for now, just to kind of get the machine going again. Because I think when you stop creating content for a while, it's kind of like when you stop going to the gym. And when you start getting back into it, it's hard. So it's the very first step when it comes to getting back into the gym, honestly, is just to show up to the gym and just start doing something. Because then it's like you're getting into the routine again. So it's kind of the same thing with creating content. This was spontaneous. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go up to the studio and film a video, like just to film a video. I want to get some stuff off my mind, start putting stuff out there, because then that's when you can also start getting the creative juices flowing again. Because creativity is a muscle and that you have to keep working that muscle and keep that muscle healthy. You don't want to overwork it because then you get burnt out, but you don't want to underwork it because then you're like, man, am I really creative? I haven't done anything creative. Your creativity actually doesn't ever actually leave you when you feel that way. It's kind of like an inactive muscle. You've been sitting around eating bags of chips all day. Of course, your body's not going to feel as sharp as it once did. So as far as creating content, I think that you just have to get out there. And I think you just have to start doing it. Forget trying to overthink it. Like, oh, it needs to be perfect. I need to compete with the best of the best. Even the greatest go back to the basics. I feel like every person that's great at something, I heard this from Brandon Carter, actually. You want to become so good at something that it's literally impossible for you to do it wrong. I think that everybody that's great at something, that's the key. They practice over and over and over again until they literally can't get it wrong. Like it's almost impossible for them to get that wrong. Like LeBron James, he knows how to dribble a basketball. He could do it in his sleep. Same thing with great photographers. They can take a photo like that and everything will usually be right. It's like muscle memory, the camera settings, everything, boom, they just take the photo. So I think that is also key too with like practicing and going back to the basics. Keep practicing the basics. I remember when I used to do martial arts when I was a kid, they had a move called a butterfly kick. And I want to learn how to do butterfly kick. Butterfly kick, so cool to use that in like a sparring match or something. It was because it's flashy. It's cool. All the flashy stuff is cool. We like to focus on the flashy stuff. But my martial arts instructor told me all you need is a side kick. In an actual real life scenario, you would never be able to land that. I was just, and when I'm a kid, I'm thinking, oh, I watched all the karate movies. I want to be able to do what they do in the movies. He's like, you don't need to know any of that stuff. The basics will save your life. So I think when it comes to anything like creating content, working out, like it's like the basics will save your life. For martial arts, you just need to master the side kick. He quoted Bruce Lee, I fear the man that has practiced one kick over 10,000 times versus the man that knows 10,000 kicks. If you practice the basics and you practice that one move and you master that one move first to the point where you can't get it wrong, then it's like, that's dangerous.